Hello, welcome to the Paper Beads Princess channel. Today I am going to be showing you how to crochet using your fingers. There's no you don't have to worry about what size of hook I'm gonna use. You will just be using your finger. So this is a simple wire crochet that I did, and the first part of this video is just showing you also the materials and the different wire gauges that we're going to be using. So wire crochet, just use the 28 gauge wire. To me, that is the right size. 30 gauge should be too soft. 28 gauge is just the right softness or hardness. And they come in pretty different colors. For example, they come in black. This is magenta. Actually, it's called plum. And this is orange. And the holiday colors of green, red, and we're going to be using the violet today. And they also come in just your regular non-tarnished silver, gold, and copper. And the other thing that we're going to be using is the paper beads. But of course you can use crystals, pearls, but since this is a paper beads channel, so I'll be using paper beads, just any kind of paper beads. These are really pretty. They are about 6 millimeter, and they are this hot pink or fuchsia color, and they are just made from the Avon magazines. So it is just perfect for this kind of project. October is a breast cancer awareness month. To start, we will be using these beads and the plum wire. So the first thing that you do is take out about 2 feet, and I would just hold them. Your spool comes with this little thing there that holds your wire in place, because again, you don't want the wire to be kinked. That would be a problem. So I'm going to use my right hand. I'm just going to string the beads. So you would probably need about 40 beads with this project. We're just gonna crochet one long wire, and then I'm going to show you how to attach the clasp. I'm just using a magnetic clasp for this project. So in our next segment of the video, I will be showing you how to crochet. Okay, so now I have strung the beads in here into the wire, and it will look like this. For the 6 millimeter, you will need about 40 to 42 beads, and that should, you'll be able to make a 36-inch strip of the finish wire lace, and that should go around your wrist maybe 5 or 6 times. So to begin, you will have a tail. This end we will call the tail, and this part here you will call your working wire. So you will leave a tail of about 8 inches. So what I'm going to do now is form like a ribbon or a balloon shape or teardrop shape like this. So you see, I just take this, the working wire, go over the tail, and you will have like a teardrop shape like this. So I'm just going to release the spool of wire here so it'll be easier. So now after you've done that, I'm going to put the working wire under so that you see then you will take the working wire through the loop. Okay, it will look like that. It looks big and loose, but then you can pull the tail up and you will end up with something that looks like this. Now this loop, this big loop, is where your finger go. Okay, so it depends on how big is your finger, so that's how big your loop is going to be. So everything is just free form. So what I'm gonna do next, I will just hold this like that. I'll put the working wire over my finger. So I call this wire over. I would wire over, and then I would lift this up and then pull this with my finger. You finish your first chain. So since this is going to be a beaded chain, I make one empty chain and next one is with a bead. How we're going to do that is I'm going to drop a bead right there and leave that there close right under your finger, wire over, put the loop over the wire and pull it through. And now your bead is encapsulated or captured in here. It's now staying within the chain. So that's your beaded chain. And then you will have one empty chain next, wire over, put this over and pull it through with your finger. That is your empty chain. So I'm just going to continue doing this. Drop a bead, wire over, pull it through the loop using your finger, and wire over for an empty chain, pull it over using your finger, so that this hand helps by lifting it, as you can see what I'm doing. So drop a bead, wire over, lift this and pull. So that's your beaded chain. Wire over, lift and pull. Drop a bead, and you can adjust the loop by pulling it, as you can see what I'm doing. Drop a bead, pull a loop, wire over for your empty chain, pull a loop. Now it looks like this. And I'm gonna do 3 more. Drop a bead, wire over, lift this up and pull with your finger. Need an empty chain. Wire over, pull. Drop a bead, wire over, lift and pull with your finger. Empty chain. Wire over, pull. So you see how easy that is, how fast that is. Now you have about 6 inches. We're going to continue to do that, and when I come back I will show you how to attach a clasp.